This is the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Top flight competition between teams from Houston-area high school.
Seattle man.
Seattle man.
Now, here's the man with the questions, Chip Field.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Texaco Star Academic Challenge quarterfinal match, featuring teams from Eisenhower High and Memorial High School. Players, as you know, this sound means your answer is correct. This tone, incorrect. And this tone, the end of each quarter. Two teams with identical 4-0 records. Winning team goes on to the Final Four. Good luck. Your first warm-up round question is this 5-pointer. Lavoisier found the law of conservation of mass, and Helmholtz the law of conservation of what?
Memorial, David.
Energy, and that's a good start for Memorial. For 10 points, what 19th century war has often been called an unplanned rehearsal for the American Civil War because so many...
Memorial, Corey.
The Franco-Prussian War.
Because so many...
Eisenhower, Matt. The Mexican War.
So many Union and Confederate generals gained battle experience during it. For 5 points, what term means both a person's total property and a piece of rural land?
Memorial, Neil.
Wealth. Usually with a large house on it. Eisenhower?
Eisenhower, Matt. Estate.
Estate is correct for 5 points. For 10 points, which of the following authors illustrated her own stories? Was it Mary Shelley, Beatrix Potter, Louisa May Alcott?
Eisenhower, Matt. Beatrix Potter.
And not Elizabeth Barrett Browning or Catherine Ann Porter. I have a visual question worth 5 points. Look at your screen here in the Channel 2 studios. This structure found in Rome is typical of many such...
Memorial, Neil.
Aqueduct. It's an aqueduct and used to carry water, right. For 10 points, scientists from the Texas Marine Mammal Stranding Network reported finding no reason for the abnormally high death rate, over 150 so far.
Memorial, Neil. Dolphins.
That's the name of the mammal that has been washed up on the Texas Gulf Coast beaches. For 10 points, the 570-foot-tall San Jacinto Monument is the tallest obelisk-shaped monument in the United States. What is mounted on top?
Memorial, Matt.
No, Eisenhower, Matt.
Excuse me, Eisenhower, Matt. A star.
Star is correct for 10 points. For 5 points, well into the 19th century, conductors wore articles of formal apparel that hindered their work. In Russia, Tsar...
Eisenhower, Scott.
Tails. I'll go on for Memorial. Tsar Alexander II kindly allowed conductors to remove one of them so that the pages of the music could be turned more easily. Can you guess what they were wearing?
Memorial, Neil.
Beard. Gloves. No score. For 10 points, what sports movements are simulated if you exercise on a Nordic track?
Eisenhower, Matt. Cross-country skiing.
That is correct for 10 points. For 5 points, Martin Luther King in 1964 became the youngest Nobel Peace Prize recipient. He donated the $54,000 prize money to further what movement?
Memorial, Neil.
Civil rights. The civil rights movement is absolutely right. I have an audio question worth 5. Name the actor who played the lead male role in this movie.
Memorial, David. Tom Cruise.
In Top Gun, that is correct. Give that man 5 points. Now I have a 10-pointer. Beethoven, Mendelssohn, Brahms, and Tchaikovsky's are considered the finest in the concert repertoire. Each of these composers wrote exactly one...
Eisenhower, Matt. Symphonies.
Concerto featuring which instrument? Well, if you don't ring in and guess an instrument, we're not going to be able to add 10 points to your score. Violin is the answer. Now it's time for our celebrity question of the week. Look at your screen, please.
Hi, I'm Tom Richards, host of the morning show at K-Arts Radio, and I have a question for you regarding classical music. Which one of the following was not a music director of the Houston Symphony Orchestra? Leopold Stokowski, Sir John Barbaroli, Andre Previn, or Seiji Ozawa?
Memorial, David.
Seiji Ozawa. He was never director of the Houston Symphony Orchestra. You have 10 points. Thanks again, Tom. And I have a 10-pointer. Dr. Harold Urey won the Nobel Prize in chemistry for his experiments leading to the discovery of what kind of water?
Eisenhower Robinson.
Hard water.
Memorial Neal.
Heavy water.
Heavy water is right for 10 points. I have a 10-point question. 5 African nations border the Mediterranean Sea. Name them.
Memorial Neal.
Morocco, Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, and Algeria.
You thought of that last one just in time for 10 points. A visual question worth 5. What former president was nearly 88
Memorial Neal.
John Adams.
years old when this portrait was painted by Gilbert Stuart? Right. For 10 points, the 3 letters in the SAS theorem are an abbreviation for side angle side.
Eisenhower Robinson.
Congruency?
Memorial, what is the meaning of the abbreviation in the HL theorem?
Memorial Corey.
Hypotenuse leg.
Hypotenuse leg. Right you are, Corey. That's the quarter-ending tone. We're out of time in the warm-up round. We'll return and meet the players and continue with the bonus round. Stick around. Our score is 45 for Eisenhower, 75 for Memorial. We will now meet the outstanding players on today's show, starting with Eisenhower High School. The team captain is Matt Lacey, a junior, member of the National Art Honor Society, the varsity golf team, and the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics. Next to him is Robinson Vu, a member of the National Honor Society. He's a junior and of the varsity golf team. Now we turn to Eddie Vaughn, a junior, member of the Junior Classical League. And Scott Petty, a sophomore, captain of the History Bowl and the academic octathlon teams. The alternate is Catherine Blackney, and the coaches are Mark Jackson and Boyd Hemphill. That is the all-underclassmen 4-0 team from Eisenhower High School. Now let's meet their elders from Memorial High School in Spring Branch ISD. The captain is Neil Dykeman, a senior, a National Merit finalist, and cornerback on the varsity football team and an Eagle Scout. Next, meet Corey Leahy, a junior, varsity soccer player, junior class vice president, and voted outstanding sophomore girl. Now, Sapna Amin, a senior, National Merit finalist, drum major of the band, Bill Archer intern in Washington, D.C., AATF scholarship winner to study in France, and president of the National Honor Society. And David Park, a senior, National Merit finalist, varsity basketball player, president of the Junior Engineering Technical Society and of Mu Alpha Theta, and he's a pianist. Their alternates, Jason Sansom, Aaron Floyd, Jennifer Lynn, and Tanya Watt. Their coaches, Dorothy Blodgett and Karen Duke. That's the team from Memorial High School. I'm proud to introduce the judges for the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. They are Dr. Tom Hudson, Department of Physics, University of Houston, and Mr. Mike Mastandria, Executive Director of Marching Auxiliaries of America. Their decisions will be final. Now we're ready to play the bonus round. The players know how it works, so we'll begin the round with this 10-point toss-up. Which state had a 50% increase in population from 1980 to 1990?
Memorial Sapna.
California.
Incorrect. Eisenhower?
Eisenhower Matt.
Vermont.
Well, you were in there thinking, because you knew you had to go with a low-population state. Nevada is the answer. For 10 points, one theory says about 300 million years ago, Gondwana and Laurasia combined to form what super...
Eisenhower Matt.
Pangea.
That's the supercontinent. And Matt, Robinson, Eddie, and Scott. This is your consultation time for Africa, your first bonus. For 5 points, what river that cut a canyon as deep as the Grand Canyon during the time when the Mediterranean Sea was dry? What river cut a canyon as deep as the Grand Canyon during the time when the Mediterranean was dry?
Nile.
Nile is correct. For 10 points, Which African nation lies between Niger and Sudan?
Chad.
Chad is correct. Here's your 15-pointer, which would give you the lead. What is the leading tea and coffee growing country in Africa?
Zaire.
Not that one. Memorial?
Your answer?
Ivory Coast.
Corey knew it. It was Kenya. Okay, we'll have a 10-point toss-up as Memorial leads 75 to 70. Here's a 10-pointer. On the morning of April 19, 1775, John Parker gave his now famous command. Stand your ground.
Eisenhower, Matt.
Don't fire until you see the whites of their eyes.
Stand your ground. Don't fire unless fired upon. But if they mean to have war, let it begin here. Where was the command?
Memorial, Neil.
Lexington.
Lexington is right. He was addressing the assembled Minutemen on the village green of Lexington, scene of the first battle of the Revolutionary War. So Neil, Corey, Supna, and David, consultation time on Renaissance art. For 5 points, what biblical meal was the subject of Tintoretto's last major painting?
The Last Supper.
The Last Supper is correct. For 10 points, under what name is 16th century artist Tiziano Vecellio better known?
Titian.
Titian, right. For 15 points, which Italian painter was known as Il Divino, or the Divine One? His private life was not saintly, for he allegedly used several lovers as models for his famous Madonnas.
Michelangelo.
Incorrect. Eisenhower?
Raphael.
Raphael, right. The key was the last word, Madonna. Okay, here's a 5-point audio question. In what year did this man resign as president? Listen.
There you go.
People whom I, myself, from
Eisenhower, Matt.
1974.
Listen to some
turned
more.
out to be not only participants in that plot, but organizers of that conspiracy.
Didn't hear much of his voice. Mikhail Gorbachev, you heard more of the translators. 1991 would have been the answer. For 10 points, which country got its Bill of Rights 100 years before our Constitution was adopted?
Memorial, Neil.
England.
England is right. You have 10 points, Neil. And the songbook bonus goes to Memorial. For 5 points, I have seen him in the watchfires of 1,000 circling camps. They have builded him an altar in the evening dews and damps. These lines are taken from what song?
The Battle Hymn of the Republic.
That is correct. For 10 points, what is the next line in the American song beginning with these two lines? Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Your answer?
Hello, my darling girl.
Eisenhower?
Your answer?
Hello, my sunshine gal.
Hello, my ragtime gal. No points on the 10-pointer. Here's a 5-point toss-up. Which member of the Medici family was both a tyrant and a patron of the arts?
Memorial, Neil.
Lorenzo.
Lorenzo de Medici is right. Okay, Memorial. Civil War. Name the 4 states that seceded after the fall of Fort Sumter on April 13th, 1861. You'll get 5 points for the first one you can name, 10 points for the second, and so forth until you're wrong. Talk it over and give your answers one state at a time, please. The 4 states that seceded after the fall of
North
Fort
Carolina.
Good for 5.
Virginia.
Good for 10.
Tennessee.
Good for 15.
Arkansas.
Is right. A total of 50 points on what I thought was a pretty tough bonus. And that ends the bonus round with a flourish. We'll be back in a moment and play these 60-second round categories. Iowa, European history, finish the sentence, and the secret category. Two 4-0 teams with us on this quarterfinal edition of the Texaco Star Academic Challenge. Memorial has the lead at this point, 170 to 85. Questions used on the Texaco Star Academic Challenge are prepared, provided, and authenticated by Questions Unlimited, Columbus, Ohio. Here's how we play 60 seconds. Players, we'll give you 1 minute to answer as many 10-pointers as you can. When time has expired, that's it. The second team may take a shot at any questions the first team misses. And if you sweep the category, we'll give you 20 points as a bonus. Eisenhower, Matt and company, make it a good one.
We'd like the mystery category.
The mystery category is Finish the Title. Start the clock, here we go. I will give you the author and the first part of a fictional work's title, and you complete it. Oscar Wilde, The Picture of...
Dorian Gray.
Charles Dickens, The Mystery of...
Edwin Drood.
Good. Ernest Hemingway, The Short Happy Life of...
Walter Mitty.
Jonathan Swift, Gulliver's...
Travels.
Philip Roth, Portnoy's...
Complaint.
William Dean Howells, The Rise of...
Silas Marner.
William Styron, The Confessions of...
The Dead.
Edgar Allan Poe, The Narrative of...
Goldbug.
Saul Bellow, The Adventures of...
Pass.
Marcel Proust, Swans. Time runs out. Turned out to be a tough category. 40 points for Eisenhower on Finish the Title. Memorial, I will give you the author and the first part of a fictional work's title, and you complete it. Ernest Hemingway, The Short Happy Life of...
Francis McComber.
Right. William Dean Howells, The Rise of...
The Third Reich.
Silas Lapham. William Styron, The Confessions of...
Nat Turner. Nat Turner.
Yes. Edgar Allan Poe, The Narrative of...
Your answer?
The Telltale Heart.
The Narrative of A. Gordon Pym. Saul Bellow, The Adventures of...
Answer?
Jonathan Swift.
Augie March, and finally Marcel Proust, Swans...
Song.
Swan's Way. So 40 to 20 in favor of Eisenhower on Finish the Title. Memorial, it's your turn.
European history, please.
European history is the subject. Start the clock, here we go. Charlemagne is regarded as the founder of the Carolingian dynasty and what empire?
Holy Roman Empire. Holy Roman Empire.
Which European country was most significantly influenced by Islam and Arabic culture?
Spain. Spain.
Who reluctantly ordered the execution of Mary, Queen of Scots?
Elizabeth I.
The Habsburg palaces were built in what city?
Vienna.
What country was the world's foremost maritime and colonial power around the year 1725?
Netherlands.
Although he has never been identified, a prisoner known as the Man in the Iron Mask was held captive in what country?
France.
The Bourbons were a French royal family whose line also formed a ruling dynasty of what other country?
Spain.
What modern-day country occupies the region referred to by historians as the Weimar Republic?
Germany.
During what Reich was Hitler in power?
Third.
And time runs out. We got through 9 questions. Was it 80 points, Mike?
Yes, it is.
80 points for Memorial on European history. Eisenhower, what country was the world's foremost maritime and colonial power around the year 1725?
England.
It was England, right. That, my friends, is the end of the 60 seconds round. Stay with us because we will conclude the game with the Stump the Experts round right after this. The fourth quarter is upon us. The score reads 135 for Eisenhower, 270 for Memorial. We'll have a series of rapid-fire Stump the Expert-style questions until we're out of time, and we direct your attention to the monitors for a 15-point art question. His dates were 1853 to 1890. You're looking at what painter's vision of the blue cart? Vincent van Gogh. No score. I have a 15-pointer. How do you say it is hot today in French?
Memorial, stop now.
Il fait chaud aujourd'hui.
Il fait chaud aujourd'hui. Well done, Supna. That's good for 15. I have a 20-pointer. I have borne 13 children and seen most of them sold into slavery. And when I cried out with my mother's grief,
Memorial, Neil.
Sojourner Truth.
Sojourner Truth is right. None but Jesus heard me, and ain't I a woman? What reformer said it in 1851? Here's a 15-pointer. A Swiss traveler, Henri Dunant, was so appalled by the spectacle of the wounded French and Austrian soldiers left to die on the battlefield of Solferino in Italy that he wrote a protest book.
Memorial, Neil.
The Red Cross.
From it came the creation of the International Red Cross and a first-time 16-nation agreement on humane treatment for the wounded. Eisenhower, what was this 18...
Eisenhower, Scott.
Geneva Convention.
That's what the agreement was called. I have a math question now worth 20. Suppose you had $11.25 in your pocket, consisting of 3 times as many nickels as dimes, and 5 more quarters than dimes. How many quarters do you have? You've got $11.25 in your pocket. 3 times as many nickels as dimes, 5 more quarters than dimes. They're trying to calculate how many quarters you have.
Eisenhower, Matt.
15.
Not 15. Memorial, can you take it? Tough one, 25. For 15 points, name any 2 of these 3 items relating to the following concerto. Composer, period of music history, featured instrument.
Eisenhower, Matt.
Classical cello.
Memorial, Corey.
Cello, Baroque.
Cello Baroque, Vivaldi, the composer, right. For 15 points, in Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, who provides comic relief in the role of a high-spirited young nobleman?
Memorial, Neil.
Mercutio.
That is correct. I have a 20-pointer. In the Old Testament, Ezekiel prophesies that an apocalyptic figure from a land in the extreme north will invade Israel, but will be utterly destroyed. In rabbinic literature, the rhyming names of both the warrior and his land refer to a great Armageddon preceding the coming of the Messiah. What are these 2 names?
Eisenhower, Scott.
Gog and Magog.
Gog and Magog is right. Very good. I have a 15-pointer. Veracity is a prerequisite for a prelate. Spell veracity.
Memorial, David.
Veracity. Prerequisite. Aprellate.
Eisenhower, spell veracity, prerequisite, and prelate.
Eisenhower, Matt.
Veracity. Prerequisite. Prelate.
He earned that 15 points. For 20 points, the first 3 quarks proposed were named Up, Down, and Strange. What name was given to the...
Eisenhower, Matt.
Charm.
Charm is right for 20 points. I have a 20-point visual question. A Man in Armor is the title of this painting by what famous artist?
Memorial, Neil.
Rembrandt.
That is Rembrandt. You have 20 points. Here's another 20-pointer. French for fixed idea. It's a theme that...
Eisenhower, Robinson.
Idea fixe for Berlioz.
Could you repeat your answer?
Idea fixe. Idea fixe.
Idée fixe is the expression. Correct. Demonstrated aptly by Berlioz. Here's a 15-pointer. Let's play a little Jeopardy. The category is geography, and the answer is 196,951,072 square miles.
Eisenhower, Matt.
What is the area of California?
Memorial?
Memorial, Neil.
What is the area of the United States?
What is the total surface area of the Earth? For 20 points, the only wild monkey now living in Europe inhabits the British dependency of Gibraltar. Can you name it?
Eisenhower Robinson.
Rhesus monkey?
Not that one.
Memorial Neal.
The Gibraltar monkey.
It's the Barbary ape. For 15 points, what four-letter word is used in journalistic jargon and means to cancel a story after it has been set in type? Kill. For 20 points, at what bridge was the group Harper's Bazaar feelin' groovy in this song? Listen.
Memorial Corey.
58th Street.
Listen, Eisenhower.
I got no peace in the promises to keep. That one.
Eisenhower Matt.
The Brooklyn Bridge.
The 59th Street Bridge. Corey, you were off by one. For 15 points, what are abundantly present in later sedimentary rocks that are not found in Precambrian sedimentary?
Memorial Neal.
Fossils.
Fossils is right for 15. There's the tone. That's the end of the contest. And our final score is 220 to 355 in favor of Memorial High School. Our congratulations.